myself Vaibhav. In today's session, we are seeing the USDJPY finding support closer to the 19.5 level, and so far in the day, it has consolidated well, and it has even found some buying momentum, and it has tried to get past the immediate swing high, but I think we will need to be a bit more patient here. And if it holds the support and consolidates, then I think in next couple of days we are likely to see it resuming the upward momentum, and most probably, I think the probability is less if we are talking from the intraday perspective, but from a medium term perspective, I think the bullish trajectory is likely to remain in place, and we can expect the retest of 110, and even the swing high which was established around 110.2 can be broken, and in course of time we can expect the USD JPY to get to the levels of 111. So we will be looking at trading opportunities in light of this upward momentum prevalent in the USD JPY. If we consider the data rocket for the day started with the Bank of Australia's monetary policy announcement, and as expected, it has left the interest rates unchanged at the low of 0.1%, and it is expecting the GDP growth to pick up. And in the second half, the economy is likely to do a lot better, and also the inflation is likely to be higher, but the bank is expecting it to be transitory, and by the first half of next year it is likely to revert back to the mean level. And after that, we also got the PMI numbers for China, and there we saw that the Chinese economy is doing quite well. Moving on to the Euro session data, we had the all important inflation rate numbers for the month of May, and in the Euro area, the inflation is slightly higher than the expectations, and for the month of May, it is now at 2%, and this reading is the highest since October 2018, and in coming months, it is likely to inch closer to the 3 percentage point. And also, as the global phenomenon, we are likely to see the inflation remain elevated for next couple of months till these supply constraints go away, and the supply side is able to match the demand side. Moving on to the North American session, we had the GDP numbers for the Canada, and the GDP growth for the first quarter is slightly lower compared to the expectations. For the first quarter of this year, it is being confirmed at 1.4% compared to the fourth quarter GDP growth of 2.2%. For the US, we are scheduled to get the ISM manufacturing PMI, and here, not much of an change is expected. The reading is likely to remain in the ballpark of 60, and that's quite a robust expansion. And the US economy has been doing phenomenally well for the last couple of months, and this month, the month of May, is not likely to be exception. And we are likely to see this manufacturing activity remain elevated and continue to expand strongly in next couple of months also. Now let's shift our attention to the technical outlook. First, we will see the USD JPY, and then we will also consider the equity segment. And here, the instrument of choice is going to be the Nasdaq. Let's start with the USD JPY's technical outlook. This is the daily time frame chart, and here you can see that after finding support closer to 108.5, the USD JPY found the buying momentum, and a couple of days back we had this jump which had taken the USD JPY above 110. After establishing that swing high, it has corrected a bit, and even in today's session, it has mostly consolidated. And now I think it will be important for the USD GPY to hold closer to 109.5 level, and in any case, it should hold above 109 if we are going to see the resumption of the upward momentum. and if it breaks on the lower side, then I think we will have to change our stance. But as long as near-term support holds, and given the fact that we have this formation of higher highs and higher lows, we can be quite confident from medium-term perspective. Intraday, from the point of view of intraday, it will be a difficult call to say whether the USDJPY is going to rise straight away to 110, and looking at its current price trajectory, it might spend some more time, and if it holds above the support zone in today's session, then I think we will have a lot more higher chances of it resuming the upward momentum in tomorrow's session. So for USDJPY, the support area of this central pivot point, the 109.4, is going to be the crucial marker in near term. And as long as USDJPY is holding well above it, I would be betting on the long trade rather than trying to look for shorting opportunities. And in next couple of days, we can see the USD/JPY climbing toward this first resistance of this month's pivot point series. So that's my take, looking at its 4 hourly chart formation, where we have these higher highs and higher lows. If you consider the regression curve, it has tilted on the lower side, but as the price action has now shifted on the upper side, I am expecting it to flatten in next coming sessions if we don't really see any breakout below this immediate support of central pivot point. So this is going to be the key price zone to watch out for. And if we consider the USDJPY's chart formation with these three SMAs in play, we have this price area, the 19.5, which is seeing the convergence of these 50, 100, and 200 SMAs. And as long as we have this price action happening above the immediate lows, these lows established around 109.4, which is also the central pivot point zone, I think we can be fairly confident of the resumption of the upward momentum in USD/JPY. And for that, it will be interesting to see how the USD/JPY reacts to this immediate support. And so far in the session, it has respected the support area, and it has continued to hold above this support zone. And now that it is inching closer to 109.5 again, it will be interesting call to make. I would not really advise shorting on the current levels, but rather than that, wait for the consolidation. And if on the third occasion also it respects this support on the lower side, then I think we will have a strong case for the retest of 110 in next couple of days. Moving on to the equity segment, this is the daily time frame chart, and in yesterday's session, I had talked about the possibility of Nasdaq resuming its upward momentum after due consolidation, and that's what we are seeing after the start of today's European trading hours, where we are seeing the Nasdaq futures trading higher. And looking at its current price trajectory, I think there is a good probability of Nasdaq inching towards 14,000 in course of time. So we will be looking at the trading opportunities to exploit. If we have to watch out for some key levels on the lower side, I think this central pivot point, which is there around 13,500, is going to be a crucial marker. And as long as price action is above it, I would be uh, preferring to stay on the bullish side and keep looking for the buy trades where the immediate target is going to be 14,000. And if you consider these both the technical formations, regression curve as well as pivot point series, they are also pointing northward. We have the regression curve inclined steeply on the higher side, and the price action is taking place in this bullish bracket caught in between the support of central pivot point on the lower side and resistance, which is also quite far away above 14,000. So if we want to look for the trading opportunity in today's session, I would say that we can continue to look for the buy trade as long as Nasdaq is holding well above this immediate swing low. So the price band of 13,700 to 13,750 is going to offer good buying opportunities, and the stop loss is not going to be that wide. I think the stop loss below this immediate swing low of 13,650 should be good enough. So here the risk is not that high. The stop loss is going to be fairly sharp, or 50, 60, or maybe 70 points, depending on where you get your entry and then the stop loss level. And on the higher side, we can expect the reward to be better than even twice of the risk which we are taking. And if you are willing to wait, you can even wait for the 14,000 levels to be reached in next couple of days. And in that case, the lot size should be kept low so that you are not really under pressure, and you can relax and sit back and let the trade run its due course. So this is the price area to watch out for, the price band of 13,700, and the risk, as I said, is quite low, and of course the reward is in multiple of more than 2. And with this, the outlook from my side is also coming to an end. If any of you have any query or any idea to share, you can write to me in the feedback section, and I would be more than happy to take the discussion forward. Before I sign off, I would also like to remind of the risk associated with trading in the financial instrument, and one should be careful while using the information provided. Have a fabulous day ahead. See you next time. Do subscribe to the Decoscope webinar channel to stay updated on market developments. Goodbye.